What's up with you guys? It is your boy West Coast, and we live in the building, man. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? It's Monday night. I know you guys are probably, well, I don't know if you guys are watching that Monday night football game, but if you are watching that Monday night football, pull over here and get yourself your battery charger and everything else you're gonna need so that you can follow along tonight as we break you through our cowboy world. You feel me? But hey, it's your boy West Coast. How y'all doing? And I got my cousin Henny on the line. So man, we about to have ourselves a good ass show, man. So shout out to everybody that's tuning in right now, and I appreciate you. And let's get it, man. What's up with you, Henny?
Man, cooling, bro. I can't really call it. Just ready to get into it. Ain't no good football on, so we might well talk about them Cowboys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, you guys know it's the Monday Night Blitz, man. So we're gonna talk about many things that have gone on as far as in the Cowboy Nation. But before we do that, we got to make sure we shout out to everybody that's in the comment box. So let me make sure I go through here and give some special shout outs to some special people in here. Hey, man, if you want to be a special person, all you really got to do is hit that share button, man, real quick, and I'm gonna give you some love. If you haven't already, I need everybody right now to hit that share button. Go share this to the nation. Let everybody know that we are live right now, man. We're about to talk about some Cowboys. We're gonna talk about a little bit of Odell. We're gonna talk about a little bit of Cowboys. We're actually gonna talk a lot of bit of Cowboys versus Green Bay. That's gonna be the main course of this meal that we have tonight. So make sure you guys continue to tune in, and more importantly, make sure y'all hit that share button and then also hit that star button. So, yo, let's go ahead and jump right into it, man. You guys already know whenever West Coast goes live, the two things you guys must do. First thing you must do is you must hit that share button. All right. So I need everybody right now, no matter what platform you are currently watching on, I need you right now to hit that share button. If you're on YouTube, please hit that share button, share the content with the world, man. If you're on Facebook, the Book of Faces, make sure you do it over there too. You feel me? Share the content, share the content. Everybody, listen to me. Sharing is absolutely free, and it's actually been proven to actually save you 500 calories. So imagine that. Not only are you gonna not only are you gonna share the content, but you're gonna lose a little bit of weight. Yeah, dig. You're gonna burn a little shit, burn a little fat off. You know what I'm saying? Who don't need a little fat burn? You know what I'm saying? So yo, man, it's your boy. This and our next thing we gotta do is we gotta hit that star button. What's up with you, Grady? What's I see you, my boy? So I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna go through my comment box as I say your name. I need every single person to either hit that share button or I need you guys to hit that star button. Now we had 0 stars for today, and we're gonna try to get to see if we can get to at least 5,000 stars by the end of this show, and let y'all know I appreciate you. You feel me? Don't forget, Top Star Giver is still going home with a Emmett Smith wearable jersey. He says, David, I know. David, he just said the same thing. Um, Top Star Givers going home with a Dallas Cowboys Emmett Smith jersey. So make sure you guys hit that star button and then let's get this thing going. You know what I'm saying? Hold up real quick.
Don't nobody go in the bathroom for about 35, 45 minutes. Somebody open the window.
Yes, sir. So my boy Marcus said he's back home from the pipeline. That's what's up, man. Prayer works because we prayed that my boy get home safe and he made it home safe. So salute to you. All right, so
Amen.
let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Let's go jump on let's go on YouTube. Let's jump on YouTube first. All right, so yo, as I say your name on YouTube, I need you guys to hit that share button or hit that star button. All right. So Lil Baby, what's up with you, my boy Lil Baby? I see you over there. Jameson Taylor, what's up with you, my guy? And then Lucky Johnson, appreciate you. KD Carey, what's up, KD? Hit that star button, hit that share button. Michelle Ransom, what's up with you, Michelle? Appreciate you for tuning in. Make sure you hit that share button, hit that star button. Who else we got over here? We got Marcus Franklin. What's up, Marcus? Appreciate you for sliding in tonight. Who else we got over here? We got my boy David Dimmer. What's up, David? Appreciate you. We got Michelle Ransom. What's up with you, Michelle? What's up with you, Laquan Elliott? Appreciate you for tapping in. Make sure you hit that share button, hit that star button. Matthew, what's up with you, Matthew? Lori, what's up, Lori Rickman? Appreciate you, Miss Rickman. David Ritter, what's up, David? Jimmy, what's up, Jimmy? And Christopher Mitchell, what's up with you, Christopher Mitchell? Appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you have not already, make sure you hit that star button and help your boy West Coast get to his first. Help us get to our first 1,000 stars. You feel me? So let's go. David says, "What's going on, fellas? Hope all is well. Everything is going well, man. Appreciate you."
All
Christopher
good, man.
says, "Hey, West Coast, what's up with OBJ?" Well, damn, Henry,
Oh,
I'll let you take that question. Let's go.
all right. So Now, there's been a lot of discussion about Odell Beckham Jr. becoming a Dallas Cowboy. And this is the thing. Is he a good player? Last time I saw him play, he was a good player. Will he be an improvement to our wide receiving core if we added him? Yes, because he doesn't have to come in and be your number one. He really ain't got to come in and be your number two. He could come in and take over the role that Noah Brown has. So, like, he could help the wide receiving core. But is he just like somebody you just got to crash out and throw your season away to go get? I don't really believe so because Odell Beckham really doesn't feed into what we're trying to establish on our offensive identity. Because right now we are running the ball primarily, and we are creating plays out of play action. So that's pretty much the offense. It's not going to be a bunch of volume targets for any wide receiver coming in. It's not going to be a repeat of 2021, even though that's probably something that Kellen Moore wants to do. But what's working right now is running the ball, controlling the clock, scoring when we have our offensive possessions, and once we stockpile a lead, we let loose our pass rushers, was one of the best pass rushing units in football. So I wouldn't mind having Odell Beckham, but he's not a guy that you need to sell your soul to go and get. Because there
Yeah,
were
I
there were
mean,
there were other needs. Because I'll just piggyback on this real quick. There were other needs of on the team that we did not address. Because I'm looking at Roquan Smith, who should be an All Pro this year. He went for what, a second and a fourth, second and a fifth, and he's out there making an instant impact for the Ravens defense. That was the move we should have made because we have this questionable run defense. Like, the offense looks fine when your quarterback is in, but like, we had other needs outside of wide receiver. So I'll I'll leave it off with that.
yeah, and I think that I think the misconception that a lot of fans are getting is they think that we don't believe that Odell Beckham can help the offense. I believe Odell Beckham can help the offense. But I also think that being able to stop the run can help the offense too. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can stop the run, you know what that's mean? That means that other opposing offenses are gonna have to press, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean that means they're gonna have to do what? Throw the ball more. So that means guess what? That's gonna be more interceptions, more takeaways, more opportunities for your offense to score. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, obviously, that I think, running the damn ball is obviously gonna be the first thing to do, but you gotta on defense, you gotta be able to stop the run. And I think that has to be the most precedent thing. So it's like, if the Cowboys signed Odell Beckham, I would be upset only if they didn't sign a middle linebacker first. Because my thing is this: if you can use your same eyes to look at your wide receiving core and say, hey, we believe that the Cowboys need another wide receiver after you damn near score 50 points, then my question is, how are you not using those same eyes to look at the defense? You know what I'm saying? And you can consistently see the defense, giving up big plays in the middle. And that is not something that just magically fixes itself. That isn't even something that you can fix by people just playing better. Like, I think people are playing to the best of their ability. I believe that my defensive line is playing about as good as it's ever gonna play. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have you're almost damn near, what is it, top 5 team in sacks, top 5 team in pressure. So you're definitely doing your job up front. So it's not really much more I think I can really ask from these guys. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, the number one thing you can do is actually bring in the personnel. So, that's the only issue that I would have. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you this. I also feel like Odell Beckham is not going to want to come to Dallas. Like, listen, he's saying, I mean, people, this is the thing. You never really know with players when they talk about Dallas because everybody uses Dallas to get their name into the media circus. Like, the quickest way to get your name out there, Antonio Brown did it. Freaking, who else did it? Ndamukong Suh did it. Freaking Jamal Adams did it. You know what I'm saying? There's so many teams that have involved themselves with the Dallas Cowboys. Earl Thomas did it. Involved themselves with the Dallas Cowboys, to try to get to use the publicity that comes with the Dallas Cowboys to try to further their brand, to try to get them a bigger bag or bigger check. You know what I'm saying? So do I think a little of that is probably him? Yeah, I believe so, because the reports that I got is that Odell Beckham Jr. is looking to get somewhat of a Michael Gallup contract, and Michael Gallup is on currently a 3 to 4 year deal. So it's like, and the difference between Odell Beckham and Michael Gallup is Michael Gallup's not 30 years old, nor, you know what I'm saying? So, I think that's, and it's like, that's the crazy precedence that the Dallas Cowboys set when we actually signed Michael Gallup, who was currently injured at the time. Now you're going to have other wide receivers who are going through the same situation. And listen, man, I'm not about nobody not getting paid. I don't want nobody to think West Coast don't want nobody getting their money, because I definitely want everybody to get their money. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel that, like, that's a bad precedence to be setting. You know what I'm saying? Let me give you a little sound effect.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
I just think that signing injured players on long deals is a bad precedent. Like, I don't care how people say, yeah, but what about Dak Prescott? Well, Dak, you ain't had no choice. The reason why you had no choice is because you guys decided to franchise the kid 2 times. So, I mean, that was kind of your fault. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But everybody else, man, it does not make sense, man. It just doesn't make sense.
And then when you compare a skill position to a quarterback, like that's totally different ball game.
Life or
Like,
death, bro.
yeah, like Dak Prescott, even if he didn't come back the same athlete, he's standing in the pocket throwing the ball most of the time. So, like, when you have injuries like a wide receiver has, they got to cut, stop, run, do that 40, 50 times a game. So, like that's a different animal than dealing with like a quarterback injury.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. And, I don't really think that, like, I mean, it's hard it's just, I think it's a hard sell for me, simply off the fact that you scored 50 points without even all your starters playing this past week. So it's like, I just don't, like, my question is, like, how much more do you guys want? And then it's like, I feel like when you guys say we have to score all these points, I feel like some people just don't understand that you only got to score a ton of points if your defense is not good. If your defense is not good, man, you don't want to get in shootouts with teams, because why? Because people get accidentally killed. That's just why it works. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want, like, why would you want to do that? Like, you know what I'm saying? People accidentally get shot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't even want to put myself in a position where I need to be in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of my thoughts on it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I think Dak is perfectly, if I can keep him between 25 to 30 attempts a game, that's all I want. That's all I really want to do, man. That's all I want to do with my quarterback, is keep him between 25 and 30 attempts a game. And it's like, with that type of offense, me knowing that I want to run that type of offense, I feel like Odell Beckham's going to be happy one week and he's going to be pissed off the next. He'll be happy one week and he's going to be definitely pissed off the next. And my thing is, I don't even think Odell Beckham would want to, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, we're all going to take a job. We're all going to take a job if somebody, especially if they're paying it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to take the job. But I'm going to just say that I just don't think the Cowboys are offering him anything past this year. Like, you got to think like this. Odell Beckham made $750,000 last year to win a Super Bowl. Y'all know Jerry cheap. Jerry Jones, like, damn, if they paid you $750,000 for a Super Bowl last year, why would I pay you? You see what I'm saying? Like, why would I give you $10 million a year at 30? You know what I'm saying? So I just don't see a contract, the Cowboys even offering him a realistic contract. I just don't see it. What are your thoughts?
Right. Well, I don't see him offering a contract either, just because if they wanted to pay a receiver, they would have went and traded for Brandon Cooks. Because remember, that was the holdup with the Brandon Cooks trade. They did not want to take on his contract. So I don't think the Cowboys are looking to pay a wide receiver when they have a guy like Trayvon Diggs that's going to be in the final year of his contract next year. They got CeeDee Lamb, who they're still trying to decide if they're going to pay or not. So, like, I don't think they're going to be spending a lot of money going forward on outside guys. And I can understand that, because there are only a couple of guys that I think that you just have to re-sign when the time comes. You have to re-sign Trayvon Diggs. You have to re-sign a guy like Michael Parsons. Mm-hmm. And, like, it's up in the air with CeeDee Lamb right now. I'm not going to lie to you. He's showing more this year. But, like, we'll just have to see. We'll have to see. But
I mean, the good thing about CeeDee Lamb is the Cowboys, listen to me, it's in the Cowboys' best interest to try to prolong CeeDee Lamb's as possible. Like, you draft a kid in the first round, you get a fifth-year option. That's part of the whole, the whole luxury of drafting someone, is that you get them for 5 years instead of 4. So I mean, this actually might work out for the Cowboys' favor. And if I was CeeDee Lamb, I mean, I would want to go into the season. I would want to get paid next year. You know what I'm saying? Not, I mean, don't you want to get paid as soon as possible, always. But I'm just saying, like, there's going to be contracts and things that are going to drop this year. And, you know, CeeDee Lamb's numbers are going to be good. But I just don't think they're going to be good. They're going to be as good as he wants them to be when you're going into a contract season. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I think the Cowboys should definitely, you know, I'm always for paying guys before you owe the guy. You know what I'm saying? Because when you owe the guy, they always going to take way more. Like I was screaming, pay Dak Prescott when 28 million a year was realistic.
Hmm. I was too. But you know what happens is when you wait to pay a player, the market always resets because everybody else is going to pay their players, and they're going to have to pay their players the market value. The Cowboys' issues is they hold on and prolong the issue so long they're basically bidding against themselves at the point when it's time to sign a player. Because you
Facts.
got to think about it. It went from Dak Prescott. Remember, because the fans, but like fans always say a player ain't worth what the market value was. So
Especially if they're mad at him.
yeah, so you saw the transgression. Like Dak Prescott not worth $28 million. Somebody got signed. Dak Prescott ain't worth $30 million. Somebody else got signed. Dak Prescott ain't worth $35 million. That somebody else gets signed. Dak Prescott ain't worth 39. By the time he finally got paid, it was a $40 million contract because the Cowboys dragged their foot.
Yeah, and I mean that's also like that's why you also got to understand that like taking, you know, giving contracts is never a for sure thing. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna be waiting for a for sure thing, you're gonna be overpaying for a player because then he's proved to you what you thought he could do, and now you have to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? So that's always the thoughts behind you know, contracts and things like that. You know what I'm saying? But I think the Cowboys, you know, considering the players that we have a lot of guys that we have to sign next year. Like a ton of guys that we have to send, and most of these guys are guys that you know, guys that like that are actually playing. You know what I'm saying? Like a Donovan Wilson. That's a guy that I'm pretty sure the Cowboys drafted. They're gonna want to find a way to try to keep him on this roster. So it's like I just, you know, I feel like, you know, if we were to invest all into a receiver right now, one and first and foremost, Odell has made it very, very clear that he wants to have a multi-year deal. Since having a multi-year deal, that would kind of right there put you out of the complex because when it's time to pay CeeDee Lamb, I don't want nobody that's under him, you know, making a ton of money than him. Because like think about this: if you put Odell Beckham on this team, there's still the expectation is still going to be that CeeDee Lamb's going to be the number one. You want to know why? Because he's been here the longest and he's the most healthy. He's way healthier than OBJ. Yeah, even if OBJ gets cleared this week, CeeDee Lamb is still a healthier receiver than him. So it's like I don't, and then he's a wide receiver that's been in this offense. So it's like I think it's like you'd be paying $10-12 million for a guy that is literally playing in your number 2 role. So that's why I say, like, you know, I mean, do I like the thought of Odell Beckham on our team? Yes, with a middle linebacker. I love it. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's jump into these Green Bay Packers, man, because I think we didn't talk enough about about Odell Beckham Jr., man. I think we've gone to the point where we all know it ain't gonna happen, man.
Yeah.
Like, man, you know it ain't, you know what I'm saying? You know.
I'm not expecting it. I'm
You know what
not
I'm saying? I'm
expecting
not
it. I'm not expecting any other moves, this season. I'm not expecting any other move. I think the team we have right now, the team we're going to have going forward, minus injuries.
absolutely. That's the exact same way I feel too. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and talk about these Green Bay Packers, man. And let's talk about are they for real? When I mean by for real, are they for real a bad team? You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? That's what I want to know. Are the Green Bay Packers for real? You know what I'm saying? Are the Green
Yes.
Bay Packers for real? Let's go ahead and talk about it and let's jump into this thing, man. Let's go.
All right. So I'll start it off. They're bad for real, dog. Like this is not even a question. Like at this point in the season, you really are what the hell your record says it is. What they're 3-6. They played 9 games. They played 9 games so far, correct?
Yeah, they play next 9 games.
Okay. So after 9 games, they are one of the worst run defenses in football. So this right there is why I know we're going to win this game. Because every time we played a bottom tier run defense, we beating the brakes off them. 32, 31, 30, 29. They're the 28th ranked run defense right now. They've allowed 1,247 yards on the season. They've allowed 4.8 yards a carry. So they're not good. They can't stop the run. Matter of fact, the Lions have a better run defense than the Packers right now.
Mm.
And
Yeah, that's crazy.
we know that they are horrible. They are horrible.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. It all starts up. It all starts from top, man. Praise God, Dak Prescott is not playing like Aaron Rodgers. Like, imagine that, man. Like, imagine that. What if I told you that, man? Praise God that Dak Prescott is not playing like Aaron Rodgers. Because right now, Aaron Rodgers is 200. Right now, he's completing at a 64% rate. He has 14 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. He threw 3 of them yesterday. He's currently right now 2,091 yards. And you know he's currently a quarterback rating of about 80. What does it say? 89.1. You know what I'm saying? Their leading rusher right now is a guy named. Well, their leading rusher this year is Aaron Jones, but I do not believe. Have we got any thoughts on him if he's playing or not?
No, don't know. It's so early. It's so early in the week. They're not going to announce it yet. You know, they got some kind of common sense. They don't announce after the game that their player is going to be hurt for a prolonged period of time, like some teams we know.
Yeah, man. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, like, you know, they are actually running the ball, man, because currently right now they got between the two, between him and between Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon. Aaron Jones has 600 yards on 107. AJ Dillon has 98 attempts and he has 389 yards. Now Aaron Jones is just flat out doing more with his carries. He's averaging Aaron Jones is averaging 5.6 yards. I think a lot of people doubted him when he got the bag, but bro, he's a legit running back. He's a legit running back. Definitely doing his thing. Hey man, we sitting up real quick on Facebook. Let me know if the stars is working, man, because we sitting at 0 stars right now. We ain't got no stars for the show. Make sure you guys hit that star button. Let me know it's on. Remember, top star givers going home with an Emmitt Smith jersey. So if you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that star button. All right, now let me tell you the funny story about it. Unless I'm reading this wrong, man. Aaron Jones has 1 rushing touchdown, and A.J. Dillon has 1 himself. They have 2 rushing touchdowns on the entire year.
Yeah, between their running backs, I don't think I don't think that's a misprint or anything like that.
Aaron Jones has more receiving touchdowns than he has actually rushing touchdowns. And he actually has 3 receiving touchdowns, 210 yards. He's actually having a pretty decent good season.
Yeah, they went to a more not traditional. They went to a 2-back system like you would see in New Orleans. So Aaron Jones, so like just for example, Aaron Jones will be Alvin Kamara. He's going to be the feature back, but he's also going to do a lot of work in the pass game. And then A.J. Dillon would be Mark Ingram. He's going to be the guy that runs between the tackles more times than not. Not saying that Aaron Jones cannot, but that's the role that they have him in now. So like yeah, but I'm actually really surprised about the rushing numbers that you just gave me, because I would think I think Aaron Jones one time had a four touchdown game against us. So the fact that he only has 1 on the season is very telling.
Yeah, I mean, and think about this. He has 3 touchdowns. He has 3 receiving touchdowns. He has triple the amount of receiving touchdowns he has rushing touchdowns. So that might actually let you know the problem that's lying with them right there. You know what I'm saying? They're just throwing the ball too much. You know what I'm saying? Now, their top receiver right now is Robert Tonyan, who currently has 38 receptions for 315 yards, but he only has 1 touchdown, but he is averaging 8.3 yards per catch. Actually, I'm sorry. I take that back.
It's a tight end.
That's the tight end. I meant to say that they're leading tight end. He's actually, their tight end is number 2. Their number 1 right now is Allen Lazard with 30 receptions. And I'm going to tell you, Allen Lazard has 30 receptions. He has 427 yards and 5 touchdowns. Now, the tight end has 8 receptions more than him. He just got 315 yards. But Allen Lazard is averaging 14.2 yards per catch right now, and he has 5 total touchdowns. They also got Randall Cobb over there, who is playing the old man faithful role. He had 18 carries, 18 catches, 257 yards, averaging 14.3 yards per catch, and he has 0 touchdowns. I'm going to be honest with you. They got another dude named Romeo Dobbs, who took the ugliest picture I've ever seen. It's for, like, bro, you could have at least combed your hair before you took that picture, man. But he got 31 receptions for 314 yards, 10 yards per catch, and he has 3 touchdowns. I mean, outside of the touchdowns, you know what I'm saying? This sounds like a very, very, very appreciate you, David. This sounds like a very, very boring Packers team, bruh.
Also, you mentioned Dobbs. He's gonna be sidelined with a high ankle sprain, so he is
That's
not a
for sure.
guy. Yeah, they already announced Dobbs to miss games
What's up with
with
your landlord?
with a high ankle sprain. So he is not going to play. He definitely is not going to play this week. They're going to reevaluate him, of course, but he's not playing this Cowboys game. And then when you look at the list of injuries that they've suffered recently, like this should be a game where we go in and put the kids to bed because they were already a team that was struggling, and they got injuries to some of their key players. Their best pass rusher, Rashawn Gary, tore his ACL. He's not going to be available to play against us.
Their
We
best
already,
defensive player signed with the freaking Minnesota Vikings, to be honest with you. It's a Darian
yeah.
Smith.
Matter of fact, Gary is the reason they did not resign Smith.
Wow.
Rashawn Gary was having a good season, man, last year. Like he's a good young pass rusher. They just went younger with they just went younger. But he's a guy that has 22 and a half career sacks to his name. He's been in the league since 2019. So he's been fairly productive.
Mm,
Got six sacks this year.
okay. Yeah, they're leading right now. I'll tell you, their leading tackler right now is Devontae Campbell. Right now, he has 64 tackles. He has 38 solo tackles, 0 sacks right now. Their leading sack right now that's your boy Gary. Behind him is Preston Smith, and then my boy Kenny Clark out of Summit High School, man, right out here in California, man. We're literally right down the street from us. Salute to my boy Kenny. But yeah, I mean that's the. I mean this looks like a very very bland Green Bay Packer team. Like this isn't the normal team that has that dog in them or has those dogs on offense that can kind of propel them outside of Aaron Rodgers, because it's like this, man. We've seen teams with really really good quarterbacks that just didn't go nowhere, and I think that's kind of like the mishap that I think Green Bay did when they with this whole Aaron Rodgers thing. Like, I think they kind of put a little bit too much on Aaron Rodgers. And when you believe in your guys a little bit way too much, you know what I'm saying? And I think they're kind of baiting the repercussions. I mean, listen to me. People used to always make fun of Dak and say stuff like, "Oh, well, Dak can't play. Well, he can't play unless he has a great offense, or he can't play unless he has a this or that." Where guess what? It looks like it's pretty much the same for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So let's see who's getting their hands on the ball. So Jameer Alexander, he has 3 interceptions for 32 yards, averaging 10 yards per reception or interception. He has his longest for 29 yards, and then Devontae Campbell right behind him has an interception for 63 yards, which he actually returned to the crib for a touchdown. So salute to him. But I mean, for the most part, man, this defense, man, what are they looking like versus the run, man? Talk to me about this defense and what their capabilities against the run.
Oh, we already discussed that. They're 28 against the run. They can't stop the run. They
Okay.
cannot stop the run. They are one of the best passing defenses in football. Like they are one spot behind us in terms of pass defense.
Damn, you mean sacks?
No, I'm talking about like passing yards.
Okay, okay,
Like
okay, okay.
I can look up the sacks, but let's
I
see.
mean, their
Cause yeah,
corners or their corners just playing well. What you think?
they got a great corner. Jareer Alexander might be one of the best cornerbacks in football. He really is one of the best cornerbacks in football. And then they had like decent players like Eric Stokes. Eric Stokes is hurt. I don't know if he'll be able to go. That's their other corner. They drafted him. I think they drafted him either like late first round, early second round last year. But he was a guy that was on my draft board. So yeah,
Mm.
like they have good players. They only allowed 1,535 yards of passing. They're the fourth ranked passing defense in football. The Broncos is first. Eagles are second. Cowboys are third. Packers are the fourth. They are right ahead of the Bills in terms of passing defense.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, man, because it's like so many teams. I feel like defense is like the key ingredient this year in the NFL. Like I think there are more teams with good. I think there are more teams with really really good defenses than there are teams with really really good offenses this year.
I agree. Because you got to think a lot of guys lost like premier players. The Cowboys lost Amari Cooper. Um, Kansas City lost Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
The Packers lost Devontae Adams. So
Facts.
like it's a lot of like star upper echelon receivers that are on new teams, and they're on new teams with lesser quarterbacks.
And that's very much true. What's up with you, landlord? My boy says, Mo says, play action will be money versus them. Okay. I mean, I feel like this. I think play action should be money versus most teams that we play, as long as we establish the run and get the run game going. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, it's not even sometimes about establishing a run, because the run game is already established in the NFL. Like, once the NFL feels that you can run the ball, then guess what? You can run play action. And the Dallas Cowboys, especially after last week, like, I'm gonna tell you, there needs to be times even in this game where we even have some play action passes with Tony Pollard. Why? Because of what he did last week.
Exactly. And look, this ain't gonna even be a game you want to throw the ball against. When you throw the ball against a team like this, you're playing into their strength. So I don't care who's not there, they are still, like I said, a top five passing defense. Like, you got to think about what the Jets did. They won the game with 154 passing yards from their quarterback. They were able to run the ball at will against. I mean,
Yep.
not the Jets. I mean, Detroit. I'm tripping. But yeah, Detroit didn't do much. Didn't do much passing the ball against them either. But the point is, like, you're not gonna need like a big gaudy passing numbers to beat the Packers. You're just gonna need to run the ball because they got a bad offense right now. They have a bad offense right now. You should be able to take full advantage of this team. Like the same, like I know people, treat Aaron Rodgers like he's the boogeyman because the pass. But we're not playing Aaron Rodgers. We're playing the Green Bay Packers, who are not a good team. Like
Facts.
think about them like they're Washington. Like we're going to play Washington this week. Think about it like that.
Because they basically got the same record. And I mean, I think a lot of people, like, I mean, I think we can give respect to Aaron Rodgers and all his reverence and stuff that he's earned, because yes, he's definitely earned it. But at the same time, you also got to give respect to your defense and the fact that you are the better team. Because I think sometimes we allow us to kind of big up Aaron Rodgers or try to make him look bigger, so if something happens, we can still be like, oh yeah, well, that's Aaron Rodgers. No, this isn't that situation. You are clearly the better team. You are the better team, Dallas Cowboys. So it should be shown. Like, at the end of this game, you should still be able to say, yeah, the Dallas Cowboys were the better team. Like, we are the better team, because going into the game, you are the better team. Like, you are the better team. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I got the call-in line is on. 425-436-6399. I got about another 30, 40 minutes. We're going to talk about some content. So if you guys want to call in on the call-in line, make sure you guys hit that. Make sure you guys call us in on the call line, 425-436-6399, and then use the code right there, 433-7610, and it'll let you right in the show, man. Remember, try to keep it classy, Cowboys, and keep it short. You guys already know. Appreciate you guys and if you want to call in, make sure you hit that call-in line. Real quick, let me flash over to Facebook real quick and see some comments, see what you guys are talking about. If you want to call in, make sure you guys call in. Supreme King says, I want at least 5 sacks on Rodgers. I mean, if we can just get pressures on him, I'll take it.
Yeah, he doesn't have the home run guy anymore. So like, I think we can man up across the board against these receivers. They're not that good. And hey, I just compared them to Washington. Washington actually scores more points than the Green Bay Packers do. So Washington is averaging 17.7 points a game. The Packers are averaging 17.1. They are atrocious on the offensive end of the ball.
Yikes.
Matter of fact, they are a bottom tier offense. The only teams that score less points than the Packers is the Texans, the Rams, the Broncos, the Steelers, and the Colts. They are a horrible offense right now.
Damn. So think about this. I mean, even think about this. Even if the Packers don't have a good season this year, they're going to be the Packers getting a top 10 pick next year. That's going to be crazy, bro. That's going to be crazy. That's another reason why we need who to win tonight. Speaking of which, Henny, tell them why we need New Orleans to win tonight.
Yeah, we need New Orleans to win because the New Orleans picks is going to go to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Break
So
it all the way
imagine,
down. Break it all the way down. Start from the beginning. Break it all the way down, Henny.
all right. So I forget the actual trade that sent their pick to Philadelphia, but they traded away their pick to Philadelphia for some reason. I forget what the player was, what the trade was. Either way, the Philadelphia Eagles currently have a top 5 pick in the draft right now because of how bad the Saints have been. However, that can change because the Saints play in such a bad division. If they win the division, that top 5 pick plummets to like the 20th pick, 19th pick, or something like that. So I do not want a rival getting that much better on top of already having a good season. So like you really would rather the Saints win, and you also would want the Saints to win because we're currently locked into the 5 seed. So like we can either move up to the number 1 seed by Philly falling off, or we're going to either be stuck in the 5 seed. I don't see us falling from the 5 seed at all. So like as it currently stands right now, we will be going to play Tom Brady in Tampa Bay as our first playoff game. So you would rather another team in that division wins.
I'd rather go
So
to New Orleans.
I much rather go to New Orleans. I much rather go to Atlanta than
Facts.
go to Tampa Bay. So that division is close. It's a team full of bad teams. So like, I think we can beat the. I think we'll beat the brakes off the Saints, especially with Andy Dalton as their starting quarterback. But there's some things to look at. Not like we can control anything, but what the hell we do as a team. But I would much rather one of those teams win and have those good outcomes than the latter. I don't want Philly to have a top 5 pick. I don't want to
We
play.
damn sure don't want. I mean, imagine this. Who's the top 5 pick? Who's the top 5 pick this year? Who's the top 5 picks this year?
Ooh,
Imagine. Think about this. Imagine Philadelphia getting a Micah Parsons player next year. You don't want that. You don't want that. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Knowing Philly, they'll probably sell the pick.
yeah, they want players right now.
They want players right now. They want to win right now. So they wouldn't even pick. They would sell the pick.
I believe it. So let's see. Who was the
They
top
get a
5 pick?
boatload for it too. They get a boatload for it too. Yeah, go New Orleans.
Think about this. Sauce Gardner was a top 5 pick this year, and he's probably going to
No,
be an All Pro.
no, no, no. I don't want Philly getting that.
Let's see who else.
Or Aiden Hutchinson.
Or Aiden Hutchinson, and like hell,
No.
they drafted pretty good. Cause look, they got
Or a
Jordan
Zeke.
Davis.
Or a Zeke. Motherfucker, what you mean a Zeke? God damn, no. Hell no. And think
Hey,
about
look,
this. Both their running backs are free agents next year. Like Philadelphia, listen, this bye week, we looked at some stuff that we shouldn't have looked at. I ain't gonna lie. Okay? I'll just tell you that right now. We accidentally stumbled onto on the Eagles free agency list. Yeah, I'm talking about. We was bored. We ain't no football. You know what I'm saying? They got a gang of people. I ain't even gonna lie. Brandon Graham, I want him to be a Dallas Cowboy next year. Brandon Graham, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I forgive you right now. Okay? Because I'm gonna fight for you next year. You feel me? I'm fighting for Brandon Graham. I want him. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I want him. That young
hey,
man is a beast.
you think he's gonna retire?
How old is he?
He'll be 35 next year.
I just want him for a year. I just want him for a year. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think they're going to need him. I need somebody. Listen, brother, we ain't going to get we're not going to find no Matt Eberflus ass coach. Nowhere. We're not going to find that. As long as we have Dan Quinn, we're always going to, I don't think young guys are going to want to come. We're not going to find that. So we need to find like a linebacker, a guy who can play linebacker and show us somebody else how to play linebacker. I'm going to put it on the players, bro. That's what I'm putting on the players. And somebody said Aaron Rodgers is going to be in Washington next year. No, Aaron Rodgers is going to be in San Francisco next year.
And you really think about it, he's an LA kid. He played his college football at Cal, and with his age, they play in a dome.
Okay, I got to admit, We talked about this too.
Yeah, hey, it be the off season, Kinfolk. Like it's not off season, it's bye week, man. Off season, like the bye week feel like the off season. You just got to talk about random stuff when your team ain't playing.
Yeah. Yeah, I be he's this Eagles fan. He says West Coast just be yapping. Well, you're an Eagles fan, so how would you even know that, bro? You old loyal Cowboy fan. You here. I got a special sound effect for you.
Well, what I'm saying is deep down you're a fraud. You're a real Cowboy fan.
Shut your ass up, boy. I ain't even gonna say your name on my live feed. Go sit your ass down in the corner somewhere. Hell, you mean we didn't even play all the Christmas and you already on here watching? If you don't knock it off. He says, "Why you exactly, man? Don't pay him no attention, man. He on here because we America's team, and on the low, he know what it is. Tell him again,
Well,
Jerry.
what I'm saying is deep down you're a fraud. You're a real Cowboy fan.
He's a real Cowboy fan." Hey, what was all these Eagles fans at last? Man, y'all crazy, man. I ain't about to get these Eagles fans. All I'm about to do is put him on mute for a minute. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna do. So guess what? It's like he never existed. Blum blum blum. Just like that, like you never even existed. All right, so let's get back to it. My boy says, "Or Vegas Rodgers retires." Nah, man. Aaron Cowboy. I almost call him Karen Rodgers. Y'all bad, man. That's
He is
what happens
Karen
when I be
Rodgers.
hanging around y'all way too much. Y'all be influencing me. All right, so yeah, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is definitely not retiring next year.
I think he's too much of a competitor to go out on a sour
Hell
note.
no.
Like he was just a back-to-back MVP. You don't think he want to try for one more title? Like get that smudge off his name that he can't get back to the big game? Because ever since they went on that title run, Aaron Rodgers had some of the worst postseason losses known to man.
Fact.
Like he done put some magic on us, but like he done had some horrible playoff losses. Like think about last year, like they came into the frozen tundra as a wild card team and
Beat that ass.
beat them.
And Aaron Rodgers did not play good, bro. And that's
No,
why I
Aaron
be trying to
Rodgers,
say, all these teams, all these teams with these weather stadiums, bro, you got to get a quarterback that actually plays good in the Aaron Rodgers can play in the cold, but I don't think he really prefers that, bro. And I don't think he prefers it because if you go look at the games that are decided, bro, he's losing games in Green Bay that matter in the cold. I don't think the cold is supposed to help you. The
yeah,
cold is hurting him. That's why I believe when Aaron Rodgers is done, he gonna go to do the exact same thing that Tom Brady do. What did Tom Brady do? Tom Brady took his ass somewhere that had some hot weather. Took him down to Tampa, somewhere totally different. Tom said, when it get bad weather out here, it's gonna rain. That's the worst case scenario. I can deal with the water, but I ain't doing with no 50 foot of snow and the hike rule and all that other stuff. Hell no, man. Heck no. I don't even understand why NFL teams even have domeless stadiums. It's the dumbest thing in the world. Like the Buffalo Bills are building a new stadium and it's gonna have no top. Like you're an idiot. Congratulations, you'll never have the Super Bowl. You'll never have March Madness. You'll never have major congratulations. You played yourself. Congratulations.
yeah, especially with the modern era, nobody wants that. Especially with how high tickets are, man. Nobody want to go pay that
Bro,
much
you paying
money and sit
$600,
out.
$800 to be standing and you in freezing cold? That's ridiculous. Go ahead.
But now I'm just staying on the thought of them having some bad playoff losses. Think about it. They got down to in the red zone 2020. They couldn't score. Tampa Bay ended up going on to win that game.
Bro, think about when they played us in 2016. They went to Atlanta the next week and got that ass beat, bro.
Got blown
Atlanta
out.
spanked that. It was like 44 to 14 something. I know they
Nah,
put 44 points on them
yeah,
though.
I'm looking at all of them right now. I
They
remember they lost.
spanked that ass, bro.
Yeah, they lost to the 49ers. I mean, they lost to the 49ers and
He says nobody tickets are $800, but no, there's some people out there with some $800 tickets.
yeah, you must not know what's going on, Ken
Hell yeah,
Folk.
there's some folks out there with some high tickets.
Yeah, remember they lost to the 49ers and old boy only threw the ball 8 times. What's his name? Jimmy Pornstar G. He only threw the ball 8 times. They lost. They lost that game. Then you already mentioned that one. Then they had an overtime loss to the Cardinals. He didn't particularly play well down the stretch in that game.
Were they at home?
No, they were at Cardinals. So his last two playoff losses have been at home. But like he was on the road for some of these.
And think about this, in seasons where he was considered the best quarterback in football. Don't forget that.
Yeah, because it was rough for him, dog.
That's why I said, I'm gonna tell you this right now. That's why I said, like, that's why I firmly believe the two teams that are gonna make the biggest push for Aaron Rodgers next year are gonna be the 49ers and the Indianapolis Colts. Now, my cousin said Indianapolis is where quarterbacks' careers go to die. So
They
maybe
go to
he not.
die.
Then I'm just saying. I heard that was LSU. You know what I'm saying? But he told me that's not LSU. That's actually Indianapolis. So I said, okay. I'm like, Carson Wentz's career was already dead, but Matt Ryan, he for sure dead. he
Yeah,
died.
like,
He died there for sure. He died there for sure.
he went there and died. Phillip
He was
Rivers
alive
went
and kicking when he went down there. I don't even know who. Y'all don't even know. You know Matt. Listen to me. If you see Matt Ryan, y'all pray for him.
He
'Cause
he
y'all
probably
know
going
where-
through it right now.
Yeah. Hey, Peyton Manning got drafted from there. I said the same thing, Matthew. Michael. I said the exact same thing. He said no, that don't count because Peyton Manning got drafted there. But Phillip Rivers went there. I thought Phillip was gonna play a little bit longer.
Yeah, 'cause listen.
I actually thought he was gonna play a little bit
Matter
longer.
of fact, it's like they got a curse because look how they did Andrew Luck. I don't think they ever gonna have a quarterback situation there till they put him in the ring of honor or some shit. Because like they let him get beat to hell for all those years, not ever investing in the offensive line, and then they gonna treat him that badly when he decide to retire young instead of being in a wheelchair.
Yeah, you know what? I always thought Aaron Rod. I always thought Andrew Luck was gonna come back. And I just thought eventually, but he really retired and really went off the grid and is really over there, figuring out Uno puzzles and stuff. Like I don't know. I can only imagine what Matthew Luck is into. As long as he's shaved, I'm okay.
He went to Stanford, so he's smart as hell.
Oh, I know.
So I'm pretty sure he's over there trying to find a cure for cancer.
But see, I'm gonna tell you about them Stanford kids. They be so smart. They be weird sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's smart, but that nigga weird in the mug too, though. Nigga weird, bro. He weird, bro. What you mean? He just weird, bro. He be weird, man. He be eating the scabs and slow stuff. Yes, bro. He be eating the scabs, bro. Boy, weird. But yeah, man. I don't know where we went with this, but yeah, I could definitely. I'm gonna just finish this off real quick because I like predicting the future. If I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna get traded next year before the trade deadline I think he's gonna try to get to San Francisco. It makes so much sense, bruh. It makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. And you know what they could send him? Jimmy G in return and a couple first-round picks.
They cannot send him Jimmy G.
I know because he has a no trade clause. Never mind.
Yeah, well, this is last year of the contract anyway, so
Oh, no, they're not. No, they're not.
yeah, so it's over with. He's a free agent after this year.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this: Jimmy G better listen. Cooper, that's supposed to be Cooper Rush's job.
Now listen,
He gonna take Cooper Rush's job.
now this would be a mind blower. They could trade Trey Lance for him.
Yeah, but see, the Green Bay already got two. Green Bay already has. Appreciate you, DeVaris. They already got a young. This is just what I'm scared. This is what I do believe that I don't know. Something deep down inside of me definitely tells me that Rodgers is definitely going to go to a San Francisco, a ready-made team. Like, because I'm gonna tell you this right now. If he walks into, I wouldn't want to go into. Everybody says the Raiders, but man, Matthew Stafford, like the team's not doing good, but he's not playing that bad. Like he's not playing as bad as everybody's saying he is. So I don't think they're just gonna walk away from him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Carr.
Carr, he's not playing nearly as bad as everybody's saying he is. You know what I'm saying? But I could definitely see the 49ers going in all to get him. I could definitely see that happening. Like definitely. What's up with you, my boy? What's up with you, my boy Josh Cott? Hey, what's up, Josh? I ain't seen you in a minute, my boy. Appreciate you. What's up? Listen, he says, will he come to Dallas with his coach? Hell no. We don't want no Aaron Rodgers, bro. We got Dakota, let it rain. And the Cowboys don't even have the assets to go get Aaron Rodgers. No, and you got to think about this. You got to have a system that's willing to pay $50 million a year because that's what he's paying.
And you can't get rid of Dak anyway. He also has a no trade clause.
Yeah.
So like you have to eat all of Dak down contract because
you would have to agree. You would have to first talk Dak into getting traded. That's the first thing you'd have to do before you can even eat the contract. You got to talk him into going to another team.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta, like I was saying, like the only way you can really get rid of Dak Prescott is to cut him. And you know what they would do to your cap if you cut Dak Prescott right now,
You need $40 million.
boy.
You cut
It's like,
you cut Dak Prescott, bro. You gonna lose. You gonna theoretically cut 15 other people with him.
mhm.
Like 15 other dudes who's gonna walk right out the building with him because you ain't gonna be able to pay them either. And you'll be paying Dak to just not be on your team. You know what I'm saying? Henry Haynes, a Eagles fan, says that Dak is solid. Appreciate you, my boy.
True, I appreciate that. And
But I mean,
I'm
Harry,
gonna say something nice about y'all too. I like Jalen Hurts. I hope he's the quarterback for your team for a very long time. No disrespect at all, because I do
well,
like some of the things he does.
I'm gonna be a total asshole, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. How could you say something bad about a dude that's 7-3 versus you? That's all I gotta say. I mean, since we giving out awards for being obvious, I'm just saying, man. Hey, man, I'm just trying to keep it funky. That's all it is. I'm just trying to keep it funky. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to keep it funky. I love when the Eagles fans say something nice to me and I get to figure out a weird way to will it to my own advantage. I love that. You know what I'm saying? Caught him slipping. My boy Cowboys fan 95. What's up with you? He says Roger retires before he gets traded. No, I definitely don't believe that. Definitely don't believe that. You guys got to think about this. Tom Brady walked away from his whole family. Aaron Rodgers ain't got no family. Like, I don't even think Aaron Rodgers even got kids.
I don't believe so. So like here,
Man,
Aaron Rodgers already done walked away from his family. He don't get along with his brother. He don't talk to his mama and daddy. Like, he don't even fool with his family.
Yeah, like Aaron Rodgers has nobody to go home with, and his dog hates him. He only comes home because he feeds him. That's it. Literally, he feeds him, and then the dog sneaks out every night. You know what I'm saying? Back on the prowl he goes. You know what I'm saying? What's up with you, Cowboys fan 95? Hey, yo, the call-in line is on. We're going to be on here for another 10 minutes, man. Hey, who got some I need some crazy-ass questions. Drop it in the comment box. We want only crazy questions. No prediction questions because, no, I'm not going to tell you West Coast. This is a crazy question. Do you think the Cowboys are going to win by more than 7.5? No, that's not a crazy-ass question. That's a betting question. You feel me? And you guys don't like the tip, so I'm not giving all answers on that. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this though. F Tom Brady because he screwed me of $1,100 this week. I only needed the Rams to win. Stupid Rams. And you know what? Forget the referees too. While we on the subject, man, these some sorry ass referees in 2022, man. Like I think they were supposed to hire the referee committee and they hired the baby mama committee of San Bernardino, California, because there's some sorry ass referees, bruh. Like this is ridiculous, bruh. Outside of, shout out to my boy Dez Bryant who showed me some love on my Micah Parsons video today. If you did not watch my Micah Parsons video today, you need to go watch it. My boy Dez Bryant even watched it, and he said, God dang. His exact words was, Micah Parsons gets held literally on every play. Literally. That's what he said. Literally. On every play. You know what I'm saying? There's been some sorry-ass refereeing this year, man. Like, man, they literally the Baby Mamas Coalition of 2022 is working the booths right now because, man, it's been some sorry-ass refereeing. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't quarterbacks getting calls, it's us not getting calls. Man, it's just been absolutely crazy, man. I want to talk about that real quick, man, because a lot of Cowboy fans, and I made a very good video on this today, man, and I kind of talked about the question of this: why are the Cowboys not getting calls? Or more particularly, why does Micah Parsons not get holding calls? This is getting ridiculous.
I think it's like the Shaq effect. I think we had this conversation before. Because, like, Shaq used to bully, boy, he was so physically dominant against guys. Like, the referees didn't give him nothing. They didn't give him no fouls. Like, he's so big, so strong. Well, with Michael Parsons, he's so fast, he's so fast, he's so quick, he's so sudden. Like, he could probably get a sack. They're the area to play. They'll grab him. And you know, some people like to point out it's holding on every play most of the time. It's just with Michael Parsons, it's so damn egregious. It is egregious when what they're doing to Michael Parsons. That would make it stick out so badly.
Hey, real quick question, real quick. My boy Supreme King wants to know, why did we draft Jalen Tolbert?
We drafted Jalen Tolbert, yeah, because like he hasn't showed it. He hasn't been on the field either though. So like, some guys just don't blossom their very first year. He has really had the opportunities. Dak Prescott has not been there to get him involved. When you really have, when we had a backup quarterback the first part of the season, you needed to go to your established playmakers, to help him out. It really ain't no time to really get in a guy like Turpin, who is a gadget player, or Tober, who is a raw rookie. So like, of course they'll go with their bread and butter guys. Like the two main guys that were catching balls were CeeDee Lamb and Noah Brown, and they've been catching balls from Cooper Rush for years, like at least a CeeDee Lamb since he's been there. Brown, since he been there, he got on the team in 2017. So like there was a rapport there. So I don't think they really were trying to give young and inexperienced players touches. There's
Gotcha.
also the reason why I don't think they played Tony Pollard a lot at slot, because this is another wrinkle you don't really want to add when Cooper Rush is your quarterback. You need to keep things simple for him.
Preach. Hold up. Slow that down.
Do I have a witness here? And I really don't know what you're going through this morning.
All right, go ahead. Rewind that.
Yes, I do believe that's one of the reasons, because like they showed us that they're willing to put Tony Pollard as a slot receiver.
Yep, sure
But
does.
like you can't really have Tony Pollard out there playing slot receiver for the first time really in the NFL when you got a backup quarterback as your quarterback.
You don't want him
got-
taking them looks. You don't want Cooper Rush taking those looks.
Keep it simple, because you got to remember, he already, like, I know people talk about they were drops, but like he when he was in there, he led the league in turnover worthy plays. So like, you really want to, he completed under 60% of his passes, so you really want to regulate who he throws the ball to. So even if a ball is a little high, a little inaccurate, you got a great player going to get the ball. That's why CeeDee Lamb got a majority of the targets. That's why Noah Brown got a majority of the targets.
Yeah.
Like,
And I'm gonna tell you guys something too. Like, I also think that there has been players that have given some players expectations that they just might not be able to achieve. Like, I think in Dallas, only in Dallas do you have a third round pick in his rookie year starting. But only in Dallas do you have a 6th round pick in his rookie year starting. You know who those names are? Michael Gallup, Anthony Brown. Both those guys started in their rookie seasons. Like, that doesn't happen anywhere else. Now, guess what? It was good for Michael Gallup. Why? Because he blossomed. It was not good for Anthony Brown because he did not have a good rookie season. And guess what? That should have been expected. You're a rookie. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have sometimes playing too early is not a good thing either, because guess what? Then you get mistake. You know what I mean? You're not in that position to make plays and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think right now for Jalen Tolbert, I think we as the fans need to be more patient, because most third round pick wide receivers aren't really have heavy contributors to their teams. But we drafted him in a year where we also traded Amari Cooper, and then some of these dumb fans was telling you guys that Jalen Tolbert, who went to South Alabama, could have went to Alabama, but he didn't want to because his mama lived closer to South Alabama, and the bus didn't go all the way to Alabama. The Crimson Tide. So he said, I'll just go to South Alabama because it's easier for his mom to get there. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of you guys didn't believe that, hey, maybe this guy isn't absolutely ready to come into the NFL. Why? Because other receivers have. And to be honest with you, this has for the most part been kind of a weak receiver class. I mean, Chris Olave, the rookie in New Orleans, he's probably about offensively. He's really like the only dude. This has really been a kind of like, am I tripping, or has this been a weak rookie class?
well, let me check the numbers just to make sure.
I mean, if I got to think about it right now, the best offensive player in this rookie class right now, and a lot of people ain't going to agree with me, but it's probably true, Tyler Smith is probably your best offensive rookie out of this rookie class right now. Because Chris Olave, a wide receiver, is basically doing what you would expect him to do. Bro, you never thought Tyler Smith was going to come in here and be able to start for you at 2 positions right now. No way in hell.
Yeah, I'll say that. But I am going to also say this. Garrett Wilson is having a good season. He is
I almost forgot about him.
He's on pace to have 1,000 yards. Let's see who else came out of that draft. You finna make me do some research. Who else came out of this draft?
But still, man, I still think that even Garrett Wilson, that's the running back, right?
No, he's a wide receiver.
Wide receiver, the wide receiver, yeah, the wide receiver. He's on 1,000 yards. I mean, that's not CeeDee Lamb. What did CeeDee Lamb have his rookie year?
900. But you also got to remember Dak
And
Prescott.
CeeDee Lamb was not even close to being mentioned as an offensive rookie of the year. Not even close. Not even close. But I still think it's harder to do what Tyler Smith is doing than what a young wide receiver. I would think Sauce Gardner, I ain't gonna lie, that motherfucker's nice.
Yeah, now, but that's a defensive guy.
He grown Manning over there. He grown
Yeah.
Manning. He grown Manning.
Yeah, that's a defensive
Like he might
guy,
be
though.
looked at as the second best corner. He might be next year. He might be looked at as a top 3 corner in football.
But they might give this boy this All-Pro selection this year, man.
I mean, if he keeps it up.
I said if he keeps it up, he ain't allowed a touchdown. He barely allowed any yards. You know, that's what they say that they want from a wide receiver. Drake London, what's his numbers?
We're
But
talking
this is the
about
thing.
who is the best. Do the Dallas Cowboys have the best offensive rookie in this draft so far? I believe we do.
Yeah, because Drake London only got 369 yards.
Yeah, I believe you do, bro. This was, if you really look back on it, man, this was a kind of a weak draft, weak offensive draft class. Or at least it's turned out. He says London is coming on. Yeah, he is coming on, but think about this. Tyler Smith started week 1. Snap 1. Week 1, snap 1. And then think about this. We got Sam Williams in the damn second round, who's probably low-key playing like he could have been in the first round. Cowboys did pretty good in this. They're going to come back and it's going to look like the Cowboys did pretty damn good in this draft.
They did great. If you really think about it. Because the only guy that's not contributing is, out of your higher round picks, is the Tolbert boy. But Jake Ferguson's contributing. He was a 4th round pick this year. Then you like you said, our 1st round pick is starting right now. Our 2nd round pick came to a game, got 2 sacks. So
and he's been balling all season though. He's been balling all year though.
Yeah, you got a bunch of pressures. A bunch of hurries. And let's see, who was our 5th round pick? I wonder if they got any.
Hey, real quick, man, because I know a lot of people. I put this question out there. So,
Darren Bland. Darren Bland was our 5th round pick.
Do we think? Yeah, this is going to be one of our better drafts. Do you think this is all in all? Do you think this is a trap game, or what are your thoughts on trap games? What are your thoughts on it?
Trap games are like Santa Claus. They don't exist.
Yeah, I'm the same way, man. I don't believe in trap games. I believe in games that you don't prepare for.
Yeah, like I said, I believe in upsets. I believe in you not being prepared. I believe in playing down to an opponent. I believe in playing up to an opponent, but I don't believe there's such thing as a trap game. Because if we played the game 100 times, 99 times, the better team was going to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when they're that clear of a talent gap. But, it's possible to have an upset, like things like that happen, but I wouldn't call it a trap game. We are the superior team. The only way we lose this game is if we do things uncharacteristic in what we do to win games. If we go in here and try to throw the ball 40 times, we'll lose because that's not what we've been doing to win games.
Yeah.
If we go into this ball game and the Packers magically scored 30 points when they've been averaging 17, we might lose this game. But that is uncharacteristic stuff from both teams that happens. So, like, if the Cowboys come in here, we run the ball 25, 30 times like we've been doing, establish the play action, we're going to win this game going away because every time we do that, we win the game.
Yeah, and I say it like this, man. I don't really believe in trap games. I believe in games that teams don't take as serious as other teams because you're already looking towards the Minnesota game. So you just kind of feel like you're just going to roll in here and we're going to do what we got to do. You still got to show each opponent their due respect because they're all waking up, getting practice, and doing things to try to upset you. So, and also, like, I also think that, like, hold up real quick, man. Thank you, moderator. Thank you, Raider. Y'all, we think too much alike. But I think there's always going to be an opportunity to be upset. Why? Because, this is football. But I feel like this. The only way the Green Bay Packers beat us is if we play like the Green Bay Packers. Like, we would have to play like the Green Bay Packers. And the Green Bay Packers are a 3-6 team. You are a 6-2 team. I mean, what are we, a 6-2 team? Like if the
Mhm.
Cowboys play their game and the Green Bay Packers play their game, the Cowboys should beat this team by 14 points because they're a 17-point team. We are not. You know what I'm saying? We've been averaging 33 points since Dak came back. That's
Yeah.
almost double.
In the 2 games that Dak Prescott has played, we've averaged 33 points a game.
Yeah, that's double. So that's why I said it's like it's not really about. It's just really about the Cowboys go to Green Bay, play your game. Green Bay Packers play your game, and we should win this game by 13. Trevon Diggs should get an interception, and Micah Parsons should have a gang of sacks. Even Sam Williams should probably get a sack. Dorrance Armstrong gonna get a special teams. It should be the normal ass kicking that the Dallas Cowboys put on teams. That's just what it should be. You know what I'm saying? Henny says, do you agree Kenneth Walker could be the rookie of the year? You're talking about the first overall pick?
He's a defensive end, so let's see. What has he got going right now?
In Jacksonville, right? I know Aiden Hutchinson got 3 interceptions and a freaking not 3 interceptions. He got 3 sacks and an interception. No, Aiden Hutchinson got 4 sacks and an interception because he got an interception yesterday. Supreme King says, so you saying they cover? I don't even know, man. I don't even know what the spread is.
Let's see. Oh, Trayvon Walker. Let me see. Take a look at the boy. What has he?
Oh, the Seahawks running back. Okay.
Oh, well, shit. He might.
Example of trap game was last year's Broncos. That was a trap game and went into the game feeling over. But yeah, but that wasn't really, it's not really a trap. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Cowboys just didn't play. And I'm going to tell you this, man, I don't think the Denver Broncos is a trap game because if you go look at the Denver Broncos in the last 4 years, they've beaten us several times. I think there are teams who understand how to beat the Dallas Cowboys. They understand what we want to do, and their head coach, even Vic Fangio, even said that. He said we understand what the Cowboys want to do and what they trying to do, and they want to beat them. They said that at the press conference in Dallas after they beat us. You know what I'm saying? That's part. Ain't Fangio with the Eagles now?
I think he's a consultant, yeah. Well, damn, he might win Rookie of the Year. Offensively, he rushed for 570 yards. He has 7 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, he's moving. He moving.
Averaging 5 yards a carry.
Shoot, I heard that. I'm about to look into him. But, yo, man, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. We've been on here for about an hour and 20 minutes, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hey, Henny, man, let them know where they can find you at.
Hey, man, it's Henny DeMoore on Facebook and HTM Sports on all other platforms. Just tap in and have good Cowboy content for you.
Yes, sir. And then, yo, man, it's your boy West Coast, man. I will be live in the morning, man. I will be live in the morning. So make sure you guys tune in. Make sure you guys tune in first thing in the morning around 10 a.m. I got my lines on, so, we'll have the call-in line and everything on. I had the call-in line on, but y'all know how y'all be at night. Y'all be acting all nervous and scared, so didn't nobody hit me up. But you guys already know I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys in the morning. He says, Supreme King, that was a dumb. What was his question? He says, do you think the Cowboys let Schultz walk next year? No. I don't think I don't think they're gonna let him walk. I mean, this is the thing. Like the Cowboys, one thing I noticed about the Cowboys is like this is the thing. We run so much 12 personnel. You don't want Schultz to walk. Like you don't want Schultz to walk. And I know you guys love falling in love with the new toy, but the new toy has not done nearly as much as what Schultz has done over a full season. You guys be trying to pick games over full seasons, man. We got to stop doing that, man. Like, that's the same thing y'all doing with Tony Pollard right now, man. Y'all looking at one game and be like, okay, we need to switch him for the whole. No, there's a reason why things run exactly the way they're supposed to run. And as long as you have money, why don't you guys want all the good players? I don't understand that, man. You got the money to pay all these dudes, so why not just pay them?
Lamar Jackson has just passed Steve Young for 5th most rushing yards by a quarterback.
Yeah, and he's only been in the league 12 days.
So the guys ahead of him, Michael Vick, Cam Newton, Randall Cunningham, Russell Wilson.
Facts. And that stat is going to go up and up and up because he's just going to keep on running. He's just going to keep on running.
I think he's going to rush for 10,000 yards in his career. I think he will. I think he'll be the first quarterback to rush for 10,000 yards.
I mean, he's going to have to because they don't believe in wide receivers. When was the last time the Baltimore Ravens had a Pro Bowl receiver? I'm asking him because I know he knows.
Oh, never.
I thought it was like 1998 or something like that.
They weren't even the Ravens then.
What was they? They was there. It was 1998, weren't they?
Oh, I thought you said 1980. I thought you said 1988.
Nah, when was the last time? I think it was like 1989 or something like that. It was a long time ago though.
Ravens Pro Bowl.
They haven't had a Pro Bowl receiver in a long time.
Let's see. All-time Pro Bowl.
Like it's crazy when freaking the dude from the Hollywood dude got records. Like, how does Hollywood have records? Like, that's crazy. I don't even think Torrey Smith was Torrey Smith a Pro Bowler?
No.
I think he was. I think he was a Pro Bowl returner. I don't know if he was a Pro Bowl receiver.
He was not a Pro Bowl wide receiver. Let's see.
I think he was a Pro Bowl returner. Because I think he did go to the Pro Bowl, but I think he went as a Pro Bowl. Steve Smith. I don't think Steve Smith was a Pro Bowl the year he was there.
Devin Duvernay. What did he?
I don't think he was Steve Smith won a Pro Bowl when he was in Baltimore.
Devin Duvernay, I think he made the Pro Bowl as a returner, though. Yeah, Devin Duvernay made the Pro Bowl as a returner.
And then they got Deshaun Jackson, who's 40 years old. Like I said, they don't believe it. I don't think Steve Smith was a Pro Bowler in Baltimore.
No, he was no Pro Bowler in Baltimore. I don't believe. Let me take a look.
That was toward the end of his career.
Could be mistaken. I'm gonna find out real quick before we get off this damn line. That's gonna
All right, go
bother
ahead.
me. That is gonna bother me.
Steve Smith. Let's see. Antoine Bowden. Damn. Hey, I used to love me some Antoine Bowden.
I think his best years were in Arizona, though, right?
Yes.
So I don't think he was a Pro Bowler within.
But even if he was, bro, that's at least 8 years ago. Antoine Bowden ain't played no damn football, not since I had kids. Bro, I don't think when was the last time Antoine Bowden played?
he
been out the league.
2016 was the last time he was on. All right, he was not a Raven the last time he made a Pro Bowl. He made his last Pro Bowl in 2008 when he was a member of the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I ain't had no kids in 2008.
Yeah, so he wasn't even a Raven when he was a Pro Bowl player. So that's one I marked on.
That's why I say, man, Baltimore does not believe in wide receivers, and that's why they should pay. Think about this. They're the only. I love Dez, but they signed Dez, bro. Like they don't want no receivers, bro. They don't want them, and then they let Hollywood go. You know what I'm saying? If I was Lamar, I would try to leave. I'm gonna keep it real with you. For your career, you gotta leave. You gotta leave Baltimore.
Steve Smith was not a Pro Bowler in Baltimore either. His last Pro Bowl selection was in 2011. He did not become a Baltimore Raven until 2014.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, they haven't had a Pro Bowl receiver in a minute, man. They had a Pro Bowl tight end, but they ain't had no Pro Bowl receiver. No.
They had a bunch of former Pro Bowl players come get on their team.
They're I guess you would say Baltimore is where wide receivers' careers go to die, I guess, because that's where they go.
Yeah.
Go catch balls from a running receiver, running quarterback. That's why Dez was like, yeah, I love Lamar, but this ain't going to work out. Dez even said, like, it just didn't match me. It didn't match me.
Yeah, because he was getting, like, all kinds of targets in Dallas. Like, even you can think about this, as much issues as he had linking up with Dak on passes and stuff, he still was getting more burn in Dallas than he would ever get in Baltimore. They don't even believe in throwing the ball like that. That's how this man can be in the league under 10 years and already be one of the all-time rushing quarterbacks.
And think about that. That also lets you know that they don't really believe in a running back running the ball either, man. That's why I said what's happening to Lamar Jackson in Baltimore is flat out not fair. Like, he should be paid.
He has
like
no choice.
it's just flat out. It's just like flat out. And the fact, think about this. Baltimore is the only organization in football where the coach literally asks the quarterback, "What do you want me to go for it on fourth down?" Like John Harbaugh. If you're gonna be asking Lamar Jackson if you want this dude to go for it, bro, he needs to get paid. He needs to be like, that's ridiculous, John. That's ridiculous. Like, I love the fact that you're willing to trust him on plays, but you're not willing to trust him with a bag of money. That's Baltimore. Listen, I'm telling you, Lamar is getting railroaded, bro. If I'm Lamar Jackson, I'm gone, bro. I'm out. There's no way you can have love for this organization. Bro, you're a quarterback who's never had a Pro Bowl receiver. Think about this, and you've been the MVP. Even in your MVP season, bruh, you did not have anything that complimented you on offense. Like, that's crazy, bruh. It also lets you know how damn good Lamar Jackson really is, too, though. On my mama. Just think
I'ma
about
say
this.
one-
Even when they got the running back, they went and got Elvin Ingram. Like, they believe in, like, these old players after their prime.
Yeah, they had a receiver make the Pro Bowl last year, but he made it as a damn return specialist.
Yeah, that's what I said. They'll have guys go as return specialists, but they don't actually have guys that go as wide receivers.
Yeah, matter of fact, he was an All-Pro return specialist.
Salute to them. But, yo, man, we up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. You already know what it is. I will see y'all in the morning. Never look down because the stars up. Peace.